The term bacon strips came from a guy by the name of Mo Norman, and he was talking about the divot that you would take when hitting golf balls. And a lot of times people will dig in the ground and take a real steep or deep divot, and Mo just talked about just trying to just take it almost like just a slice of bacon right off of the top. I think the most interesting thing about if you were to watch how golf professionals take divots is their divot pattern. They keep the divot pattern in one small grouping, almost as if it's maybe a 12 by 12 square is what you'll see. It's no written rule, obviously, but you'll have some pros who'll take a divot and then stay right at the very back of the next one and take another one and work their way backwards. But eventually then they'll work their way this way and work their way forward and work their way backwards. Some will go sideways or they'll go horizontal from the beginning and then work their way back. It's kind of unique how different pros do it and different people's techniques, but at the end of the day, they still all end up in one little square grouping when it's done. The one thing you'll find with most amateur golfers is that they are always trying to find what they consider a good piece of grass to hit from. So they will move within a 3 or 4, even 5 foot radius from the bucket of balls that they have, looking for, I guess, a good piece of grass to hit from, when actually the best piece of grass is right there beside the one that you just got finished hitting most of the time. Usually the first couple of balls that I hit, I'm just looking for a little feel, just feeling the golf ball come off of the face of the club. And normally, once I get my very first divot, I'll usually set the ball right in behind where that divot started from. And I'll work my way back a little. And then start working backwards off of that one. Now, what I'm about to show you is a fairly common example of what you typically would see on the driving range and someone hitting balls. Now, as you look at these divots, you can clearly see that there's no pattern at all in these. In fact, I'm actually trying to be nice because of the camera angle, but I've seen them as far as 3 and 4 feet apart, where someone may hit one golf ball right here, and the next one, you probably can't even get a wide enough camera angle to see where they may hit the next one from. From a time standpoint, it could be much more efficient if you were just able to fill in a patch and then go fill in another patch and fill in another patch, as opposed to 20 divots spread out all over the place within a 5 foot radius. And now, let's take a look at filling in the sand on the divot pattern that has a tighter grouping, which is a whole lot more efficient for the maintenance crew. And they would probably have a rake or something to go ahead and just smooth this out, but there you go, all done. As opposed to the 6 or 7 times that I had to fill in divots over in the other spot. So it really does make a difference if you can hit divots and keep them in a very tight grouping pattern. We love you for it.